Welcome, friends, to the Garden Show. I am Ginny Vance, and today we have an incredible special episode. We are introducing a brand new garden club right here in our own community called Grow Native Bella Vista. And not only that, but today's topic will be something we're very near about, grow or plant this, not that. There's simple plants that you can swap to make a dramatic difference in our own landscapes. I'm joined here today with my wonderful founding board members. And with me today, I have Colleen.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. I'm going to be the vice president of the club, and I'm so excited about this because I really want to learn more about native plants and incorporating that into my own garden, and then sharing what I learn with like all of our children, because I have a child that I want to share with, and then just bringing that to the rest of the community.
Thank you, thank you. You're a joy to be with every day. Your enthusiasm, we just love it, and it's so important to encourage younger, like you said, younger people to get into gardening. Today, also got JB Portillo, and JB.
I am all about this. You know that.
Yes.
I used to say 85% of my yard is native. It probably is, but I still like, and that's okay. I love geraniums. Red geraniums make me happy. And then I have some other plants that maybe my grandmother, they remind me of somebody in my family. But if you walk around my yard, pretty much all of those plants have a name. Like the ones I got from you the other day,
yeah.
That's Jenny.
Yeah.
And that's Jerry. I mean, seriously, it's all about friends and coming together and making a something that when you walk through the garden, makes you smile.
Yep.
I love
yep.
that.
Well, and I think that's key is we've shared our plants throughout our community. I know one of our members coming up here, she picked up some more bee balm. I've been sharing that with the neighborhood, and I think I shared a bunch with you.
Oh,
so
it's going crazy now too.
Yes, it has. Anyway, I'm so happy to have you with us today. Before we begin our discussion, I would like to thank our sponsors, the Bella Vista Garden Club and the Benton County Master Gardeners. The Bella Vista Garden Club is having a huge perennial and houseplant sale upcoming Saturday, May 16th from 1 a.m. Or actually not 1 a.m. Boy, that's real early, 8 a.m. into 1 p.m. at the Village Wastewater Treatment Plant. And I know, Colleen, you have been heavily involved with that, yes, with the houseplant sale. So what have you been involved with there?
Oh my gosh, we have so many different kinds of plants. We have over 30 different varieties of indoor plants that are going to be for sale. So I'm really excited to share that with everyone.
Yeah. Well, and also coming on May 20th, we're having a fun tour in Huntsville, Arkansas of the Faubus House. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of anxious to go to that. Also, the Master Gardeners, I think all of us this last weekend, oh my gosh, we had a huge plant sale. It was very successful. We had beautiful weather, and both Friday and Saturday, everybody turned out, and I don't think there was a plant left. It was.
Did you notice the teamwork?
Yes.
It was magic.
It was. Yeah.
It really was.
It was.
Everybody
It was a
was
great
happy.
sale.
It was so great.
It was fun. So anyway, and June 2nd is their next meeting coming up here, and they're going to be having a picnic at the Sunshine School. So for more information about both of these garden clubs, go ahead and visit their websites, and we'll publish that at the end of the website, or at the end of our program.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and begin in our exciting discussion, plant this and not that. What inspired you to grow native here in Bella Vista? What encouraged you?
Well, I have, we moved here and we had a forest all around us, and recently we've had a few of our lots being knocked down to become houses, and you know, that's just growth and that happens. But I noticed that I'm having fewer and fewer pollinators visiting my garden. I have one bumblebee that loves the visit, but I used to have tons of bumblebees, so I'm trying to navigate our ecosystem to get a few more pollinators to visit, because I loved seeing all of those buzzy bees.
I do too. And in my garden, I have a lot of pollinators, and you'll see some pictures coming up there, but it's fun. People don't realize the bees. You can go into the garden and there's bees all the way around you. I've had to teach my grandkids, it's okay, they don't touch you. These are the good bees. Go ahead and walk amongst them. And they'll sit there and watch them. It's so fun to watch.
That's exactly right. And I am a vegetable grower, but of course you need pollinators for that, don't you?
You do.
So I don't necessarily just segregate everything. Yeah, some things are just, I mix things together, for instance, always with my tomatoes. I have marigolds there. I do a lot of companion planting. So that's an offshoot of what we're talking about. But growing up, my grandparents, I'm trying to get back to where they were. And natives are just easier.
Yeah.
They're easier.
They are easier. And I think the key is that here in Bella Vista, we've lost so many trees. And it's key to try to incorporate pollinators and native plants just individually where you can.
Do you know how pretty kale looks?
Yes.
In a flower landscape?
It's beautiful.
It really is.
Yeah. Well, you're trying to get a pop of color here and there. It's beautiful. What makes our club different than any of the others?
Well, I think what we are primarily focusing on is collaborating with the community to better help our residents find the natives that they want. A lot of them might be coming from different locations, and they don't know what plants are good for this area. Somebody might be coming from California and they're growing something completely different in California versus like what we're growing here. You can't grow heat-loving mountainous plants. I'm not sure what kind of plants grow in California, but
Tropicals, I guess.
maybe.
Yeah.
But they might not do as well because we have 4 seasons here, and California doesn't always have 4 seasons.
So I was at the meet and greet this last Saturday, and the number of people that are moving here from various communities. One gentleman I talked to moved here from Utah, and several people from Florida. It's kind of interesting and they're coming here not having a clue what to grow. So it's key for us to help educate one resident at a time. That's part of our goal, is try to educate people to grow and incorporate native plants where they can.
This is a natural extra gravy because we've got Let's Go Outside. It's a show we do here, and I think you're the star sitting over here. She's actually has a spot in that. But seriously, Carol Phillips and Lorraine Franklin. Lorraine's over there behind the camera. Hi, Lorraine. And anyway, long story short, that kind of a documentary that they're doing right now is all about invasives and how to control them and all of that. So there was that. But then the real kicker is, I work really closely with the city and the POA. So I have contacts on both of those, especially Chris.
Yes.
Chris with the city. He's a city planner, and he's passionate about getting the message for natives across. It just fit, didn't it?
Oh, it sure did. Well, and then the mayor made the proclamation. When we were at the city council meeting 2 weeks ago, the mayor made a proclamation, the city of Bella Vista to be a monarch haven, and then the wildlife refuge. So we fit right in.
And you're a wildlife refuge. I am too.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you yet?
Not yet,
You
but
will
I
be.
could be. Yeah.
We're going to have to have you sign that form.
Yes. I mean, I do have a lot of bee houses and bird houses
Yeah.
and all that stuff going on.
I think they require 2 things: water, like you said, your milkweed, your different plants, and other than that, you've got it.
Well, and pretty much I don't know if you do this, but I don't cut down all my plants, even though they might be dead or in hibernation or whatever they are, because that's a nice little haven for all kinds of, you don't know what's living under there.
Especially coneflower.
Oh, coneflowers.
Things that get woody make really good. Sea oats is another one that
Yes.
gets really woody that you can leave up. The seeds are good for birds. Coneflowers are good for birds. But when you cut them back halfway, they leave the stalks with a little opening, and the native bees will actually hibernate in them.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
you
they
were
do,
saying.
don't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
How fun.
Yeah.
And I mulch my leaves on the yard, but I don't take the leaves in the fall off of my flower beds because, again, there's nice little things that can live under there.
Firefly.
Well, and with the
Fireflies.
coneflowers, it's so fun to watch the finch. You know how they sit on top of those. You know, and they're just so light, and sit on top of them and sit there, and then the wind will be blowing those, and the birds still are on top feeding away at it.
Speaking of coneflower, you brought that
Speaking
here.
of coneflowers,
Oh, look. Yeah, can we get a spot there on that? Isn't
Yeah,
that-
one of
that's
our-
a beautiful one.
Yep, it sure is. Very pretty. Yep. So anyway, another thing that we want to talk about is with our new garden club, what can members expect?
Well, we're going to work on doing workshops, education. We're going to do community outreach, so different activities within the community.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same, but it's not. It's more of an educational or informational and just a collaboration with everybody that feels like we do. It's been time for a long time for something like this to happen, and now we are going to make it happen.
Well, another thing is with the education with the workshops.
Yes.
One thing that we're real passionate about is, of course, plant this, not that. But we're going to have social events and garden tours to show people, hey, this is what you can plant. You can plant this in your garden, it's fine. And still incorporate a beautiful landscape. So I think that's going to be critical. What are we most excited about for this club? What are you most excited about?
I don't know. I'm just excited about meeting like-minded people and collaborating with them about different community outreach. Just trying to get everybody's perspective on what is a native for them and how can we grow more pollinator areas. You know, I got to see the monarch from egg to full-on butterfly, that whole process, and it was totally a magical experience, and I got to share that with my son. So I want that experience for more families.
Yeah. Well, and then the diversity. I think that's the key, is that we've got young and old that we want to incorporate. And
We're not old, we're seasoned.
we're seasoned. Yes,
Yes.
we're seasoned. Yes, we're seasoned. So anyway, let's go ahead and start talking about some fun things that we want to talk about, and this is called Plant This and Not That. So, JB, I know you're real passionate about trying to get rid of invasive Bradford pears. You want to talk a little bit about that and what?
Oh, I should have brought my chainsaw, shouldn't I?
Yes,
I have one.
I know you do, and we're going to be right there with you.
Yes, you are. No, in all seriousness, I at one point, and I think several years ago, the Bradford pear came into existence. I think it kind of came from the Dallas area because it was a nice, pretty, fast-growing, blah, blah, blah landscaping plant, okay? It was supposed to have been sterile. It is not sterile. As you can tell, as you drive down the road, one year you'd have 2 or 3 of them, the next there's a whole field full of them. So there's a better alternative. And it's called a serviceberry. Now, here in Arkansas, I've heard it say sarvisberry, but that's probably the accent, and that's beautiful. I love that. But the serviceberry's been around here forever, and it always is the one, the white bloom, smaller than a Bradford pear, that is out in the woods usually. And it is, it's got the same beautiful white things, and it has a nice little, almost like blueberry berry for the birds. And it feeds 100+ species.
Yeah, that it does.
And that Bradford pear doesn't do anything. And in fact, it has very weak structure. So if there's a wind, that thing could fall on your house and it stinks.
And they do stink. They do. So, Colleen, what about you? What's your pet peeve about a plant?
Well, so we have things called barberries, and if you've ever had a barberry in your yard, you know that they are barbed.
They are barbed, aren't they? I hate to cut them.
And they are just, you know, I don't want them around my area. If I'm going to be walking through my garden or anything like that, I don't want to be poked by anything. So I actually got lucky and was able to sign up for the free tree giveaway. And I got a 9 bark this last time.
Nice.
They're wonderful.
They're beautiful.
Are. I actually got to see how they looked at the extension office, you know, a little more mature, how big they are. And they are just lovely. They have the splitting texture on the wood, the splitting bark, so kind of papery. And it's got a lot of interest. It's more of a purple, it's got a purple with the wood look, and then it actually flowers. Mine hasn't flowered yet. I don't think it's mature enough yet. But it's actually really beautiful, and it provides a winter interest too. So if you're looking for something that's a little more interesting during no leaf sections,
Yeah.
that's a great option for that.
We're going to take a quick break. Thank you, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Something that we're going to be talking about coming up here is we were talking about plant this and not that. There's a slide that we'd like to show you using as a reference as we're talking through some plants. So be sure and look at this slide because there's so many different varieties of items that you can plant this and not that.
Don't we actually hand this out when people join up? We give you one of those.
We do. And there's so many different plants, that, like you said, that you can plant other than what is available.
Yes.
So one thing that I am real passionate about is instead of butterfly bushes really do not have any, I mean, they're beautiful. The butterflies really come to them, but they're really not a host plant. And so instead of the butterfly bush, I like the swamp milkweed. It's essential right now for the monarch butterflies. And at the end, I've got the swamp milkweed right now in my garden, and I've got little caterpillars on it. Yay! So eventually, I'm so excited, eventually we'll be able to get those monarchs. So that'll be fun. So, JB, you want to talk a little bit about the daylilies?
I could do that. I was kind of going by this.
Go ahead.
Another thing I really don't like that everybody likes, and the landscapers sell it because apparently it's pretty, is the burning bush.
Oh, yes.
The burning bush is, it wipes out native underbrush. It takes over. It really does. So instead, now the master naturalists for sure raise a lot of Virginia sweetbriar, which is a much better plant. It's deeper fall color, and it has fragrant blooms, and it's a pollinator favorite.
Yeah.
So no burning bush. No burning bush.
No burning bushes, and they go wild around here.
They do. They escape into the forest and the fields.
Every time I cut them down, but it's surprising how they pop up in the common areas.
That's
it's
right.
crazy.
That's right.
So, how about you?
Oh, do you want me to talk about daylilies and
Go right ahead.
Thank you.
So we actually planted a bunch of daylilies. We were gifted
I gifted you some.
And there's nothing wrong with planting daylilies or anything like that. I feel like it's essential to be able to mix and match with your natives. But I also do have purple coneflower, and mine is in its second year, and it's about to get this big around, and I'm so excited about it. But last year it did flower, and I did cut it halfway down, so I did have the stalks during the winter so that it could habitate those native insect populations.
Oh, perfect. How fun. So another thing a lot of people plant is boxwoods. Boxwoods are beautiful, for a landscaping or a hedge.
Are they?
No.
But they around here they tend to they last for a short period of time. But they tend to have insects and get kind of ugly after a while, and
I think they have an
dense.
Unpleasant scent.
Yeah.
Well, and they're nice for structure. If you like a lot of just structure or lining things or making a hedge, yeah, okay.
They're all right. Yeah, and they're all right. But there is beautiful different plants called inkberry. Have you seen inkberries before?
I haven't.
And it's an evergreen.
Yes.
There is not a lot of native evergreen structures. And so take a look. The inkberries are very pretty, and they don't get very tall. They're a structure from either 3 foot to 5, so they can be incorporated within a certain area. But the inkberries are a very nice evergreen structure because everyone, as you're looking in a garden, you like to have a green structure in the winter. So anyway, how about you?
Can I talk about another thing that drives me nuts? Lots of
Yes,
things
go
drive
right
me
ahead.
nuts. English ivy.
Oh,
Now, when you think of the old established universities and all of that, and you see the English ivy growing on the brick wall, it's kind of pretty. But it's eating into that brick, and it's hard to kill. Somebody in the yard next to me 100 years ago, probably, not 100, but at least 20, planted some English ivy, supposedly to grow around the telephone pole. But I think it's an electrical pole. But first of all, the company doesn't want that, and it's really hard to kill. It damages buildings, it blankets forests, and it kills trees by its sheer weight. So really, do you all like phlox, creeping phlox?
I do.
That's a wonderful substitute. It's kind of an evergreen ground cover, and it comes out in the spring, and it stays where you plant it.
Yeah. And I've got some, and it's
Yeah.
still blooming. And,
Yeah,
you know,
I was going to say mine's still blooming.
well, and you know, it's real important in the spring to get the early blooming plants as soon as you can to get those pollinators out.
Yes.
So that's real key. It's a good spring starter.
So
That
don't kill the dandelions, because that's one of the starter things that
That's
the
right.
pollinators love. And the violets, the wild violets that come up in the middle of my vegetables. But anyway, those sorts of things, you know, don't take them all away.
Don't take them. Don't take them. Yeah.
I was mowing the other day, and I mowed over some clover. By the way, I'm working on an entirely clover yard, okay?
Mine's almost that.
Oh.
I mowed a bee, and I'm sorry.
Oh no.
He was so happy, and I didn't look in time.
Oh dear. And it was loving that clover, wasn't it?
was.
Oh, how fun. Why are native plants so important?
Well, for our environment, they grow naturally here, so you don't have to think about how much you have to water them. They are going to become acclimated to the area, so they can be drought tolerant, especially when we get some really hot summers that we've had recently. And they're, oh man, I lost my train of thought. Talking about drought tolerant, acclimated to our environment, and I mean, a lot of them actually do look pretty. They're just background to all of your other plants that you put in there.
Don't you love it when you walk out into your yard and you hear this, and it's really the plants, not the plants, it's all the pollinators out there
All the
just
pollinators,
having
yeah.
a party.
Yeah, and the hummingbirds right now.
Yes.
The hummingbirds are
I
out
like.
there. and-
I just like seeing the birds in the yard. It just feels lively. Like you hear it in the. It's just ambience.
Yeah.
Yep, that it is, that it is. So another thing that we want to do with our new garden club is what kind of impact we want to do or help with Bella Vista. So we want to do beautification, education, and community pride, and I think it's important that we all come together to do that. If you're interested in joining our club, we have a membership due of $20 a year. We have a website called grownativebellavista.com. We have email, grownativebellavista@gmail.com, and our Facebook page, which has become very popular with many of them people across our county, Grow Native Bella Vista. Whether you're brand new or experienced, you're welcome. We believe in helping our neighbors one garden at a time. And if you're wondering how, plant this and not that, come to our club. We would love to have you join us. Some things in May that we need to think about is, I know in my garden right now, what are you doing?
Well, I just mulched because I started a new bed and I planted probably 20 plants. So I have my annuals in there, I have my zinnias in there, and then I put some background ground covers back there to start growing. And mulching it, making sure you compost and everything like that, clean it up, make sure it's good for coming into the summer, because you want to make sure that you have that good base. Otherwise, if you planted brand new plants and they don't have enough moisture, they're going to dry up or maybe fizzle up in the summer because it's going to get hot.
Yes.
I know I haven't planted my tomatoes yet. It's been too cold. Typically, I don't plant some of my, I know the cold hardy vegetables you can plant, but my tomatoes that I bought from the Master Gardeners plant sale, it's been chilly. So they typically say don't plant those until it's 50 plus at night. So I've been kind of holding mine back.
I did put mine out a couple of days ago, but I'm watching them carefully. And I'm crossing my fingers, because I have like 8 varieties right now.
I bought 3, but they're blooming, and especially, you know, I don't want to lose those blooms, because that's where your plants are gonna come
That's
in.
it.
So, you're an herb person.
Oh,
What's
I
going-
am. I have right outside my kitchen, really, I have a raised bed on my deck where I use all my cooking herbs there. So I have a little bit of everything. Some of them are even medicinal. I don't do it for that reason, but like holy basil, for instance, that's kind of an unusual plant. Dill, obviously oregano, or oregano as they say in Europe, thyme, just name it, and I probably have tried it or
Yeah.
have it in my garden. Big sage, sage comes back every year. I'm all about herbs, all about herbs. So if you run across an unusual one, please let me know.
I just planted a new lavender plant since mine never comes back. But I am hoping that it does come back. At least I'm trying. I planted it above it, so it's kind of sitting across from it. So hopefully my original plant comes back. But
I hope it does.
And rosemary is another, it's not like lavender, but it kind of is, because it has that strong
It
smell.
does.
I love those.
So everybody should probably have had their gardens cleaned up by now, but I
Yes.
still have one perennial bed that I still have leaves in it that I need to clean up. So it's important to get those leaves up.
Yep.
And get the leaves out of your garden. This time of year, the lawns are finally coming alive. So that's great. I've mowed mine, at least because of the rain. I've mowed mine already several different times.
Me
And of course,
too.
yeah. So I have Bermuda, and of course you need to get your pre-emergent out there for the crabgrass. The crabgrass with this rain, that's gotten bad. So roses, do you have roses?
I do not have any roses.
I
I have one. They're kind of temperamental, and I like them, but I don't do a lot.
You don't do? I've got a little rose section, and I do more shrub roses, but I've gotten some fun roses. But right now, the main thing is getting them fertilized at this time of year in order to get the growth growing. But the bugs are already hitting them, so I've been having to do.
That's why I like concentrate on other things, even though they're gorgeous.
Yeah,
I'll
and-
come over to your house and look at them.
Well, and I love the smell.
Yes.
Yes, I love the smell. So, trees and shrubs. I know the trees and shrubs, people have been asking, can I still plant trees? Can I still plant shrubs? The key is to try to plant them now. I know on our Facebook pages, people are asking, can I plant a tree? Yes, you can plant a tree, but plant it before it gets too hot. Otherwise, wait to the fall. We're still in a window where you can plant them, but I want to say, and hopefully, I know these last 3 years we have had rain, rain, rain. At the end of May it stops, and we don't have any rain until the end of September. So hopefully we don't go into that drought condition again, but we can still plant.
And water.
And water.
At least the first year, make sure that it has a chance to get its roots
Yeah.
established.
Have to water it.
Well, thank you everybody for watching the garden show, and I know that we've got a lot of things going on in Bella Vista, but remember, don't just plant pretty, plant with a purpose.
There you go.
So I think that's key for all of us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.